Elon Musk has proposed a government plan in the event of an artificial intelligence uprising. A wearable device that creates a screen on your hand, developed by former Apple employees, was also unveiled. NVIDIA demonstrated a new technology for generating HD videos from text descriptions. Electric rollers with unusual controls were created in China, and a robot that learned to walk on a log with the grace of a cat also attracted attention. Airbus unveiled a concept for a new orbital station, and SpaceX will launch its new Starship in 2 months. All this and more right now, let's go! Elon Musk announced that artificial intelligence is likely to have a significant impact on the future. The billionaire called on the US government to impose reasonable controls on this rapidly developing technology. According to Musk, it is very likely that people will use AI as a tool during elections, and then it is important to know if they are using the tool or tools smart enough. I think strange times are coming, and they're coming fast. Musk shared plans to create his own generative AI model that, unlike ChatGPT and other bots, would be in search of the truth. The entrepreneur fears that biased or ideological programmers will use the technology to spread lies without any consequences, without government oversight or regulation. Rapidly evolving AI programs could become dangerous to society and pose a real threat to the future of humanity. Authorities must have a plan in place for a last resort that would put control back in the hands of humans. It does not have to be the destruction of data centers by bombers. It is enough to cut off the power supply. A team of engineers from the Robotics Institute at Carnegie Mellon University figured out how to give four-legged robots a sense of balance when moving across narrow surfaces. They did this by using jet flywheels, commonly used to adjust the angular momentum of satellites. The scientists started with the commercial robot Unity 1, attaching two RWA, combined in a 4.3 kilograms module, to its back. One controls the bot's pitch axis and the other the roll axis. It does not matter which leg of the robot is in contact with the beam at the moment, because the RWA automatically compensates for any changes in its center of mass. In laboratory experiments, the robot was not only able to walk about 3 meters on a 6 centimeters wide plank, but also did not let itself get damaged when falling headfirst from a height of about half a meter. It was even able to flip in the air and land on its feet like a cat. This important addition to robot physics will accelerate the four-legged bots out of the lab into the real world and expand their range of applications. NVIDIA has unveiled a model for turning text into video, LDM, developed with researchers at Cornell University. The model generates video up to 2048 by 1280 pixels, at 24 frames and up to 4.7 seconds in duration, relying on a text description. The model is based on the development of the Stable Diffusion Neural Network. NVIDIA's solution has up to 4.1 billion parameters, but only 2.7 billion of them were used for video training. This is quite modest by the standards of the modern level. Among the features of this model, the researchers highlight the generation of personalized video and convolutional fusion over time. Temporal layers are trained in video LDM to convert text to video. The videos are inserted into LDM image reference networks, which are pre-configured in the image set. Temporal layers are grouped by reference points, allowing you to personalize the text-to-video conversion. By applying convolutional time layers, longer clips can be produced with little degradation in quality. The model also creates driving videos. The video resolution is 1024 by 512 pixels, and the duration is up to 5 minutes. You can simulate a specific scenario on the road. A bounding box is taken as the basis to create the scene of interest. An appropriate initial frame is synthesized, and then plausible video clips are produced. In addition, the model makes multimodal predictions of the scenario in motion, generating several plausible outcomes based on a single initial frame. BMW introduced the BMW i7 M50 xDrive at the Shanghai Motor Show, a full-size electric sedan that will head the new lineup of the 7th series. This is the most powerful and fastest electric car of the German automobile concern at the moment. The BMW i7 M50 is equipped with 2 electric motors, all-wheel drive system, up to 1,100 Newton-meters of torque, and 485 kilowatts, or 660 horsepower. The BMW i7 M50 accelerates to 100 in just 3.7 seconds when M mode or the M Super Boost function is engaged. With a battery capacity of 101.7 kilowatts per hour, the i7 M50 electric sedan can travel between 487 and 560 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. The performance mode of the i7 M50 increases the range by 15 to 25%. But the maximum speed of the electric car is then limited to 90 kilometers per hour. The climate control is switched off, and the rear window heating is set to a lower setting. The BMW Y7 M50 xDrive is capable of charging up to 22 kilowatts AC as standard, and DC power can be 195 kilowatts. The range can be topped up to 170 kilometers in just 10 minutes using a powerful charging station. For the first time, the BMW i7 M50 will have a unique illumination around the grille. The electric car will also include typical M-series design elements on the sides, rear, and interior. The i7 M50 will include an updated BMW 8.5 operating system, which will debut in production models with a new home screen and quick select feature. The company hasn't yet revealed pricing for the i7 M50, with the i7 xDrive 60 version priced from $120,000. The novelty is likely to be even more expensive. Humane, a company co-founded by former Apple employees, has introduced a small device that creates a virtual display on the palm of the hand or other surface. The device is smaller than a smartphone and runs on a Qualcomm chip running Android. It is equipped with a laser projector, which creates a square-shaped green projection with good accuracy. There is also a camera, which was used on stage to visually translate text. Other sensors are expected, and voice commands are activated by tapping on the body of the device. It can be mounted under a jacket or cloth, which activates a strip of yellow light at the top. The device is currently only available for pre-order, and more information about the unusual tech is expected later this year. A Chinese company introduced the motorized Joy and Ryder rollers. The accessory itself is far from alone in this category, but differs from the existing analogous models in the way of control through tapping the foot. According to the manufacturer, the novelty is designed strictly for urban travel. Each of the Joy and Ryder rollers is powered by a 150-watt electric motor. Power is provided by two 3.5 amp-hour ion batteries, which should be enough for 20 kilometers. The maximum speed reaches 20 kilometers per hour at a weight of 3 kilograms each. The casters are equipped with 3.5-inch polyurethane wheels, electronic brakes, waterproof electronics, IP54 certification, and are designed for a maximum weight of 100 kilograms. According to the manufacturer, they can drive on slopes with a slope angle of up to 8 degrees. As for the rules of operation, then everything is as usual. Using adjustable mounts, the owner attaches rollers to his shoes, then you need to tap a roller on the ground to start the movement, to accelerate, slow down, or stop. Existing applications allow you to customize the number of taps and actions responsible for a particular function. Most of the analogs are controlled by a special remote control. Time will tell how convenient and safe the new approach is. By the early 2030s, the ISS should cease operation and will be sunk in the Pacific Ocean. And Airbus is already preparing a design for a new orbital station, more spacious and comfortable than all previous ones. The multi-purpose orbital module called Loop, according to the plans of Airbus engineers, consists of 3 decks connected by a tunnel surrounded by a built-in greenhouse. It is designed for simultaneous stay of crews of 4 people. In extended configuration, it can hold 8 astronauts. The loop is 8 meters in diameter. It is designed to fit into the hold of super-heavy rockets that are due to appear in the near future. We are talking primarily about the seniors at SpaceX, which has just made its first, albeit unsuccessful, attempt to enter orbit. Thus, it will be possible to deliver the module in one flight, and it will be possible to settle in immediately. The basic configuration includes a living deck, a science deck, and a centrifuge deck that creates an artificial gravity effect. There, astronauts can rest from time to time from weightlessness and give the necessary strain to muscles and bones. The company already has experience in similar projects. It led a consortium to build the European Columbus module for the ISS and an unmanned cargo ship to deliver fuel, scientific equipment, food, and other cargo to the station. Airbus is also responsible for the development of service modules for the Orion spacecraft, which will take astronauts to the moon. SpaceX will be able to make another launch of the Starship prototype spacecraft in 1-2 months. Last week's launch failed 4 minutes into the launch of the launch vehicle and spacecraft. They looked remotely undermined due to a loss of directional stability. SpaceX conducted its first test launch of a launch vehicle with a Starship prototype mounted on it on April 20th. The rockets reached an altitude of 38 kilometers, began spinning uncontrollably about 2.5 minutes after liftoff, and another 1.5 minutes later, the command was given to remotely detonate the launch vehicle and spacecraft. Broadcasters on the SpaceX website noted that a test launch is considered successful if the rocket broke away from the launch pad. SpaceX developed Starship to carry cargo and people to the Moon, Mars, and deep space. It is also claimed that the rocket will be able to perform suborbital and cargo transportation on the ground, delivering up to 100 tons of cargo anywhere on the planet in 2 hours. It is assumed that all elements of the spacecraft are reusable. Elon Musk is confident that this will revolutionize spaceflight by significantly reducing the cost of launching payloads into orbit.